I'm surprised Harry put it in his book. It was such a long time ago. We were teenagers. It just doesn't really seem a big deal to me because I've known for so long. Nobody from back then would be surprised that it was me and Harry. A lot of people knew about it.
The clip I just showed you is Sasha Walpole, who was a 19-year-old stable hand when Harry was a 16-year-old virgin. She's come out to admit that it was she who deflowered our prince. So the Elizabeth Hurleys of our world, the beautiful and famous Elizabeth Hurleys, she can rest easy that she's no longer going to be accused. So this woman, Sasha Walpole, her father was the groundskeeper, and they knew each other. There is a rumor that Meghan is chasing billionaire Gordon Getty. I think this cartoon is particularly apt. Really? He's a billionaire? I never heard the name Getty before. Never kid a kidder, kiddo. Meghan is always innocent. She's always playing the babe in the woods. Oh, help me. This harkens back to Meghan pretending she didn't know anything about Harry and had never heard of him when we have a picture of her with her best childhood friend in front of Buckingham Palace. And as a child, she would play princess and make all her friends serfs who would have to wait on her hand and foot. Here's a good summary off of Reddit that is circulating about this situation. Gordon Getty is a widower. He has 4 children from his wife and 3 from his mistress, Cynthia. He's worth approximately $2 billion. Let me comment. Gordon Getty kept 2 simultaneous families, his wife and children, and his mistress and children. He had 4 boys with his wife and 3 girls with his mistress. Also, Gordon sold off his oil interests to a major oil company developed by J. Paul Getty. You've probably heard of him, for $10 billion. Okay, he probably also inherited other monies. He only has $2 billion remaining at this point. Let's continue. Getty has an extremely generous nature. The family is reported to be extremely concerned that Meghan has a burgeoning friendship developing with Gordon. She rents conference rooms to meet with him so that should she ever be challenged, oh, it's all business. Let's comment on this. Gordon Getty, age 89, is reportedly living in the Beverly Hills Hotel. He is absolutely living in the lap of luxury, and he's being waited on hand and foot. Meghan is traveling down there from Montecito and renting a conference room so it looks official. Let's continue. The current understanding is not that Meghan is wrangling to become the next Mrs. Gordon Getty, but that she's playing his generous nature with stories of security fears and feelings of vulnerability. Comment. Why not become the next Miss Gordon Getty? Meghan chases rich and powerful men. I mean, that's her MO, her mode of operation. Continue. The family is concerned that a very large sum of money will go her way. So I want to look at this relationship and see what is really going on. Is it a platonic relationship? I mean, why? I mean, Meghan uses her charms any way she feels fit. Does Meghan want Getty to help fund a political run? Is she just pandering for a large donation to Archewell? Let's take a look and see what we find in the cards. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination and Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. As always, you can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle in paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Let's look at what is going on with Meghan. Let's get a general feeling for what is this situation about, because I think it's astute that people are picking up on this. I mean, Meghan is not there for no reason. She is kind of a gold digger. She doesn't love Harry. I mean, she's there for what she can get, and the spare is it's really destroying she's not being invited to parties. It's destroying their reputation, and she's not making it in Hollywood. It's really backfiring on them, and Meghan is just not getting what she wants out of Harry. So she's going to look somewhere else, maybe. So let's what is going on here? Just a general, and then we'll look more specifically. 2 diamonds, big change. I could say a big change in the marriage.
Well, there's marriage. Ending on the mind. Manifesting. New life. Okay, so what do we have here? We have just one king. We have no queens showing. Well, we have Mother Earth. Mother, this could be Meghan. This is underlying. Or this could be the situation. Because, Meghan didn't have those children from her own body. So is she is a mother. She's caring for those children, but she's kind of like technically a mother. So this could maybe be more like the situation. What do we have here? So 2 diamonds, karmic shift, big change, and mustard seed. So a big change to the marriage, and this could be, wow, yeah, 3. Ace of diamonds exposed. So like at Ellen, Meghan wasn't invited to the Oprah 69th birthday party, lavish 69th birthday party. Okay, but she was invited to Ellen DeGeneres, who is deposed and defamed, and she's now has a bad reputation, just like Meghan. And Harry and Meghan were just seen being very far apart at that renewal of the wedding vows and her birthday and whatnot. So there's a big change in the marriage. The marriage is just not going very well. And it's becoming apparent to everyone, the son. And she's thinking about getting out. She's thinking about getting out, coffin, ending it. That's like the death card here. She's thinking about ending the marriage. And you can also read this as the cross. It separates this from this. Okay, so it's marriage, it's burdens, and it's also can be used as a separation card. So when you throw a spread, you see the crosses in there can separate the energies on this side from the energies on the other side of the cross. So what are the energies over here? Karmic relationship, family, manifesting, a new life, and advancing again. Okay, high tower, advancing to the highest place. So she's trying, I asked in a recent reading, how did Meghan feel about not being invited to the Oprah birthday party, which was a big deal, and even Priyanka Chopra was there. She didn't have feelings about it. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She's the little engine that could, and she'll just try another way and another way and another way. Here she is manifesting new relationships and a new life to find a new way to the top. So there's been a big change in the marriage. And so what is she doing with Gordon Getty? She is trying to work this opportunity into something better. Yeah, so she's really trying to parlay this relationship with Gordon Getty into something that really gets her where she wants to go, and she wants to be world famous. Let's look at their relationship. Let's look at Gordon Getty and Meghan. And I'm really curious to know, do they have a sexual relationship? Because why wouldn't Meghan do that? Okay, that doesn't mean Gordon would do that. Gordon, he basically had 2 wives, and he acted honorably towards both. He had one wife who was his official wife, and then he had a mistress. So he had 4 boys through his wife, and he had 3 girls through his mistress. So they're both like lifelong committed relationships. And you see that in the Bible a lot. I mean, it's interesting that the laws are written so that it's only one man and one woman can be married. And yet now the new thing is, what's that called? Polyamory. And that's been going on for 40 years or so. And basically what happens there is the woman has like a whole bunch of men. And it's all just reversed in the sickest kind of way. So let's look at Getty and Meghan. What is their personal relationship? And what is going on there? Let's just see. Not J. Paul, Gordon Getty. The other woman, and Meghan. That's a friendship card. Oh, here's sex on the bottom. My hands are so dry. And I just put lotion on them. The first thing I want to know is this is Gordon Getty, this is Meghan. Is there any kind of sexual relationship here? There's a sexy woman. On his side, the snake is strong and sexy and an adulterous woman. Sexy woman. And mustard seed and inheritance. 22, 23, 6 clubs. Having a relationship with a sexy woman. And inheritance is the big money card. Okay, so he realizes it's because he's rich. She's only interested in the 89-year-old Gordon Getty because he's rich. He's very rich. And I think I'm not sure, but I think his wife is not there. And he's living in that hotel. There's no mention of his wife living there with. So he's a widower. He's a widower. So his wife is gone. He's a widower. Meghan, friendship, scourge, working the friendship very hard and trying to make things happen. Crossroads, go this way, seeing what she can get out of this friendship. 8 and 4, 12, 3 spades, 3 spades. She's just a dynamo. She's working Gordon Getty like a job. Okay? Gordon Getty is her job. She sees him as a job. She's working him like a job. The same way she worked Harry and is working Harry. Getty's not stupid. He realizes that she's after his money. She's a sexy woman who's after his money. And this is probably not the first time. What do we have here? Incubus Succubus is the sex card. That's like a promiscuous relationship. So sex within marriage. This could say that they are having a sexual relationship. I think we're going to have to ask the sticks because I'm very interested to know that because I think that psychologically changes things for both parties. 10 spades, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. She's working very hard, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And he may already have kicked her out. I want to know. Yes, no, yes, no. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Okay, clear. All right. So did Meghan and Gordon Getty have a sexual relationship? Yes, they did. No, they didn't. Have they had a sexual relationship? Okay, so that's like it's a very tentative yes. So Meghan is really using her sexual charms. She's using her charms as a woman. She is acting very sexually towards him. She's available to him in that way. But they're just friends. They haven't broken through, but she's definitely playing those cards. And he's on to her. She is a very sexy woman, and that is part of the attraction. That's definitely the attraction. But he knows she's just after his money. So he's limiting it. He doesn't want to dive into that deep pool of manipulation and that Meghan is trying to lure him into. So I think he's cutting off the relationship. This looks to me like it's over for the woman, this meeting together, and he's ended it going forward. So she was trying to get him as deep as possible. Okay, and he just no, I'm not going to go there. So I don't see them having sex. I do see Meghan wanting to get him into that position because then she can control him better. And probably that's how she controlled Harry. You know, big head, small head. So is Archwell going to get a large donation? Because the deeper she gets him in, the more she can say, oh, you know, that he feels like he owes her. So he's just not going to go there. And other ladies will throw themselves at him for the same reasons. And maybe, you know, she's 40 already. And she's married. Both of those things are not terribly attractive. Even though he's 89, but I mean, he's single. I mean, he's a widower. So is Archwell going to get a large Getty donation? Is Archwell going to get a large Getty donation? I think he's going to get some donation, certainly. Because he's so generous. Okay, my battery went out. So do I see Archwell getting a large donation, a large Getty donation? Maybe Fox. The Fox is very clever in the situation. 24-29, 8 hearts, water into wine. Transform. It's not decided. Decision. 7 clubs and King of Spades can be a divorce, and if they have an ongoing relationship. 7, 8, 7, 20, 1, 28, 7 spades. This is not decided. It's still hidden, and it could be dependent on Meghan and Harry divorcing. Is Meghan promising to divorce Harry? I mean, that's quite a gamble. I mean, yes, Getty is wealthy, but I mean, nothing is sure until it's sure. Is Meghan talking about divorcing Harry? Official. Secretly. She's very emotional about it. 1926, if this should happen. So, if Meghan divorces Harry, there will be a big donation. She's playing all the emotional cards, talking about how bad her relationship is. I think he is standing back. Getty, good for him. I love it when I see people acting wisely. This is why I'm such a fan of the Queen. She acts so wisely, and I was afraid that Charles would not be able to act wisely. So wisely, like the Queen. She's so wise in the way that she behaves. I believe that William is able to do this, but Charles, he's such a softie. He's such a soft touch. So Meghan is playing all the emotional cards, and Getty is standing back and not committing to her. He's not committing. He's just kind of like, we'll see what happens, and she's just playing all the emotional cards to see if she can manipulate him in advance. So he's not fallen into the trap of a sexual relationship with Meghan, which of course she's not going to tell Harry about. He's not committing. That's very interesting. Is Meghan trying to get Getty to help her with a political run? Because you have huge political backers. I mean, we had that guy Donald Trump running. He's one of the very few who has his own money. Okay, almost always they have to get huge backers, and he got a lot poorer running for office. And our illustrious President Brandon, who seems to be taking overtly bribes from Ukraine and Russia and China, he's been a politician his entire life, and he's become very, very wealthy through corruption. I mean, very obviously, because $100,000 a year being a politician is not going to give you millions and millions of dollars unless you use that for corruption. So does she want Getty to help her with a political run? Is that what's going on? Snake. Oh, snake and devil. Wow. Devil was hiding under the snake. Those are two of the worst cards. Outside influence, player. It's underneath. Yes. We have a yes. No, we have several cards. Reacting. I don't know what we have here. Is she trying to get Getty to help her with a political run? Outside influence. Help her with anything. The devil will do anything. The devil has no character. And the snake. She wants help in anything. She'll throw it out there. She just wants help in whatever. 2330, 8 diamonds. This money will help her do whatever. 9 hearts and 10 spades. The political run, I guess, is not working out. And 9, it should work in California. I mean, the only requirement to be a politician in California is that you're stupid and corrupt. And she's a woman of color officially, so that would help. That would certainly help because it's a Democratic supermajority over there, and you know it's terrible. It's horrible. I lived in California, so I can say whatever I want in California about California because I lived there for 5 years recently. The man, the powerful man who's at the top, reacting. I don't think he likes the idea of a political run, but she just wants money to do whatever. This money is going to help me do whatever, and she's making a play for it. So I would not say that it's politics in particular. So we have some interesting things here. It looks like she's telling him that the relationship with Harry may be ending, and she's just working. She's trying to transform herself again. She's the little engine that could, and so she's latched on to Getty. What is their relationship? I was particularly interested to know, do they have a sexual relationship? No, he's avoided that. And I think she's really trying to lure him into that because that will get him more committed and much more easy to manipulate. I think he's actually cutting off the relationship. So they were seen together. She was working him real hard, but he knows she just wants his money, and so he's kind of cutting her off. Will Archwell get a large donation? It's not said yet. And is she trying to make a political run? So he's not committing to anything yet. He's not having sex with her, which good for him. And he's not committing to anything. He's not committing to anything. Not the political run, not giving money to Archwell. It's all up in the air. He's read the 48 Laws of Power. That's all I've got to say. Please like and subscribe. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method.